Hi! Welcome. Hi, how we doing? Welcome back to Ace Attorney. I've got an ulcer on my tongue, so I might be like sounding a little bit weird tonight. It's mildly suboptimal. Oh, good gravy. How we doing? We are carrying on with Spirit of Justice, of course. That's the last game in the series, of course we would be. We were part way through the first trial of the last case, as I understand it. Ow. I think I bit my tongue at some point. Oh, God. That genuinely kind of hurts. Ow. Anyhow, I hope you guys are having a good day. It's very wet and kind of cold in the UK. Hey there, Yumu. How you doing? Welcome in. How we going? How you doing? I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, it's very cold in the UK, but thankfully I've got my heater on, I've got my jumper on, I've got my incredibly fluffy socks on. Life is good. The only thing I'm missing in this office is one of my cats, but, you know, we can possibly rectify that later. Maybe. Depends if they decide to come and hang with me. I don't know, they're just sleeping at the moment downstairs. So, should we jump on in? So we were here, weren't we? We were cross-examining Paul Atition. And we have to fight Phoenix now, don't we? Alright. So I guess we're fighting Phoenix, huh? Wow, I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but... yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is the turnabout terror. Wait, is that going to be... imagine if that's the name of the first case of Ace Attorney 7, Turnabout Terror. We can't let him blindside us again. Hey, Elias, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome to Ace Attorney. How you doing? Looks like they got me again. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. It's the name Edgeworth gives him. Are you sure about that? Hey, Zach, how you doing? I promise you there was nothing weird happening in Penny's stream earlier. I definitely didn't persuade her to swallow an entire cupcake without chewing it. I hope you didn't see that, man. That would be incredibly unhinged. So it's the name Edgeworth gives him, huh? I mean, yeah, that tracks. That tracks. My jaw would be unhinged? Unhinges my jaw like a snake and just consumes. I'm God's littlest guy. Exactly, Zach. You understand. You understand. Yeah. Ow! I mean, you can throw things at me, but I'm so big now. It doesn't even... oh, this is actually as big as the model goes. I can't get any bigger than that. Alright, let's put myself back into sensible size. Ooh. Did you miss much of the game? No, we've only just started. The tank was bigger. Ah, interesting. I didn't even notice, to be honest. Oh, excuse me. Been a very long, hard day at work today. Very stressful, so hopefully this ain't going to be too taxing on me, but we ball. I mean, Ace Attorney's normally pretty chill anyway, so, you know, I think we'll be alright. Dats, please, no more new records or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that, I'll be more careful next time. Dats, is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. Oh, Chibi. Let me just get my sweatshirt off. I might be overheating. Okay, there we go. Yeah, one thing that overheating does to me is it makes me incredibly tired. So I'm just going to do that, and then my fans are both on me. Turn that one up a bit. Okay, yeah, that should be fine. That's why he threw me out. So the Doctor was still alive when Dats last saw him. We'll still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Who's Dats? Dats is one of the rebels from Kurumi. And he is the, oh my god, excuse me. I don't mean to be yawning so much, I'm sorry. He is the second in command to this guy, Dirk. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? She went to go see her dad. Maybe she's still mad. I'm not like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. And that you might then leave the agency. He's Rebel Larry! Yeah. Ha! She's got an active imagination. Excuse me, the trial will be resuming shortly. Well, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. Okay. I've got a new working theory, by the way. Right, I think Phoenix might be actually suspicious that Attition is up to no good. And he might have taken the case to nail him from the inside. Edgeworth is extremely cross about that, because Edgeworth only likes it when Phoenix nails him from the inside, but, you know, we bowl. Okay. Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness? Your Honour, I would like to call the lone survivor of the doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean Dr. Bus Recluse's son? How did you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear, now that's impressive. This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. Yeah, watch as it's not the kid. Watch as it's the helicopter. Oh my! Sergeant Buff at your service, sir! Here's the drone. Really? Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this? Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would still like to continue with testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. But testimony via a remote-controlled toy? Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. Oh yeah, this is definitely the first time this has happened. It's never happened before where we've taken testimony from someone who's appearing remotely, via a radio or some other remote-controlled device. Yeah, Dekiller. Exactly what I was hinting at there. Exactly what I was hinting at there. I knew that you'd know. I trusted that you'd get it. Just who's piloting this trial anyway? The judge sure warmed up to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. You disappoint me, Corporal Justice, to think I once called you comrade. I'm sorry, what? Ah! Defending the man who killed Papa? That's full-on treason, soldier. I hereby demote you back to private. Is it remote or is it an autonomous robot? I think it's remote-controlled drone. I don't think it's autonomous. I think it's basically being piloted by the child. Ow, what the hell? What was that? Sorry, I just found something on my arm. What is that? Ow. Okay. Ouch. Remote controlled and limited range since they still have to move to the witness lobby? Yeah. Corporal. Private. What's he talking about, Apollo? It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster? Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain lead down upon the perpetrator. See, the problem with locking and loading is if you lock the bolt, you can't load the magazine because the bolt's locked open. Really, you should load and then lock. You know, if you lock and load, then That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay. What happened then? Papa bed with someone the night he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground, so I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. Okay. From my window, I saw the one designated dots getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it. Okay, do you now? Sorry, I just need to deal with this. Hold on. Oh, I don't know where my fucking things are. Hold on, guys. Is that done? Yeah, there we go. Oof. So he was thrown out but later returned and committed the murder, did he? It's the same as reaching for the moon to land into the stars. Should be the other way around. I mean, if you overshoot the moon, then feasibly, I suppose if gravity didn't do you over beforehand, you could do that. You know, you'd just be very, very, very long dead by the time that you got to the stars. That would kind of suck. Maybe you could, like, reincarnate after that, and then you can repeat the cycle or something. I don't know. Could be a laugh. Yes, Your Honor, so the man my client saw really must have been the fleeing Mr. Arabal. Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one. It's the enemy! Ready all missiles! And fire! Whoa! Capitalist pig! I'll turn you into pork stroganoff! And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swan weapon. Whoa, it fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. So I suppose that the child is actually meant to sound like Russian. You know, capitalist pigs. Isn't the helicopter model an American one? No, it's a Mil-28 Hind, which is a Russian heavy helicopter, roughly analogous in time of initial operation to the American Apache helicopter, but the Hind is dual purpose, so it kind of fills the role of a heavy gunship, whilst also having, I think it can transport like 18 soldiers in one lift. Thing's really big. It's very heavily armed as well. It's very, very hard to actually destroy one of those helicopters around when it, like, launched. So, yeah, you've learned a bit about helicopters tonight. Yippee! Okay, what happened that evening? Pop! Oh, yeah, let's grill him. Hold it! Your father met with someone. Could you be more specific? No! I was in the midst of a crucial defensive siege operation. Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct? You never know where the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter. What about, you know, school? Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. Sergeant doesn't associate with rookies still too green to fight. With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either. It was very brave of you to come to the courthouse today. But what was that you said about a siege defense? Oh, that? Well... Hold it! Okay. Sarge, I've always wondered. Who or what are you battling? That's classified. Even so, it may be relevant to this case. Objection! If they're Terran, they should have scan. I mean, yeah. They should do. But, like, you know what they forgot to do? They didn't put a missile turret down quickly enough. And now do you know what sound's coming from their mineral line? Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom. And you just know they fucked up at that one moment. They didn't expect the DT rush, and now they're dead. Ha! It's funny because the Terrans got dead. Hehehe. I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. That's right. Such matters need to be handled with a certain delicacy. Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me.
You're all talking, no action, soldier. Out on the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty words in your repertoire, but the number of bullets in your gun belt that counts.
Easy for you to say. You're the one with all of them. Ha! Would the witness please tell this court what he saw and heard that night? Crazy how both games you have to plop a missile turret in the mineral line, be it for DTs, Banshees, Muses. Yeah, just just basic defense and detection. Yeah, I mean, it's like, at least in the first game, what did the Zerg just have to do? Just, there's shit out an overlord and jumps a gun, right? That's literally all they got to do.
Hold it!
What was the argument about?
I heard things like, where's the orb? And are you defiant dragons really criminals? Sounding really volatile, like a war might break out in a second.
So the two of them had an argument while Dats came to get the orb. Did you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, I heard them arguing, and then silence.
Okay. Then. How was Mr. Arabal acting?
Like a conquered trooper retreating with his tail between his legs.
A trooper? Well, I guess he does dress like he's in the military. How are these Iron Maiden jokes working? Hit? Miss? I bet those two would have really hit it off if they met under different circumstances. Yeah, I can see that.
And so, the defeated soldier was expelled. But that wasn't the end.
You have a fear of ducks since you listened to Iron Maiden? Go on. I'm listening.
Hold it!
I'm curious. That does seem suspicious.
He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles and stealing glances at our house.
Well, you couldn't exactly leave without the orb. Fear of the dark can sound like fear of the duck. It can? Hang on, let me see if I can work this one out.
Fear of the dark. Fear of the duck.
I guess in French it does actually, yeah, I see where you're coming from, fair enough.
I bet he was angry to be kicked out.
Ow. Look! It's not my fault that Fear of the Dark and Fear of the Duck sound similar in French, alright? That's on you guys, that's not on me. You can't bonk me for your language's foibles, alright? That's just cheeky. So I'm just going to redo my... I'm desperate for a haircut right now. I've got one booked in for a couple of weeks away, but... I'm just going to... Yeah, that's better. I'm just recalibrating my camera a little bit. Okay. Oops. Okay.
Hold it!
But don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, then anyone could have got in.
That's true. Papa didn't keep our house locked up. He said there was no need because there were only good people in Karain village.
Yet he ended up dead anyway.
Only a monster could do what they did to my kind, trusted Papa. There will be no mercy. I fell swift and terrible vengeance. I'll carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal. Fire!
While I sympathize with you, witness, you will refrain from firing Gatling guns in this court. Okay. That's one of the most hinged things that this judge has said in this series. So, Sarge saw Dats too, and just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, I wonder why he hung around after being thrown out. I hate to say this, but if Dats is proven to be the killer, we'll lose the orb to the plaintiff. So our only option is to prove the Defiant Dragons had nothing to do with the murder. Anti-materiel rifles you can, but Gatling guns are where I draw the line. You know what, yeah. Right, let's go over the evidence. We pressed everything. There's no new statements, right? Don't think there's anything there. Okay. So you've seen Dats get ejected. He's lingered around. He must have regrouped and killed Papa in the study. I feel like the agreement is important here. See, what doesn't make sense to me, and please tell me if I'm overcooking this, right? But Dats has this agreement where it's like, we'll get the orb if he's not going to come to any harm. So what motive has he got to kill the guy? He's already made a promise that he's not going to hurt him, and he'll get the orb in return. Right? So why would he have regrouped and killed him? Dr. Buff was struck with the corner of some object. The time of death is between 10 and 11 p.m. Okay. Uh-huh. That's not the inconsistency we're looking for? Okay. Let's have a look then. Okay. So it's the night he died. Okay. So we already know that he's died at night time, so the autopsy report checks out. The second floor area. So the thing is, if you can, how they can see from their window, that's getting ejected, or so they claim. I mean, my question would be, if their bedroom, like, where is their bedroom? Presumably it's like over here, because this is the second story area, right? How can they see the tree? How can they see the entrance? They'd really struggle. I think they'd struggle with that. How's my cooking now? Bit better? Bit worse? Hit? Miss? I'm still not convinced. Has something to do with vision. Didn't have eyes on the ground. So you can't be certain of who it was that they were arguing with. This is hard. It's either to do with not having eyes on the ground or seeing Dats. Oh, man. Why would the it's one of these two for sure. The only thing we don't have anything that would correlate back to this. I'm going to try the other one. I'm going to try this one, but I'm really not confident on this. Like, I'm very, like... I've got a couple of vague ideas, but there's nothing obvious on this one. Try this.
Objection!
Okay, I don't know then. I actually, like... I straight up don't know. Like, the only guess I had was, how can you see him from the window? Because the positioning of the room and where the windows are doesn't look like it marries up. But if it's this one, then how the fuck do we prove this? Didn't have eyes on the ground, he mounted siege defense. Unless it's to do with the drone itself. Equip the camera and a microphone?
Objection!
Ah, it's because the robot's got eyes. Oh, I see. I've actually managed to figure it out just before I read what you said. Oh, man. Sarge, you hiding something from me?
How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get on this stroganoff action with Pig Boy over there, soldier?
Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof.
What? Would the defense care to explain?
It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he's able to see what's happening in court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course.
Ah, now that you mention it.
1 second.
Don't you think the answer was right before our eyes this entire time?
Sarge, you were perfectly capable of controlling the study that night. So you must have seen something.
Ah! I'm hit! What's this strange new weaponry you're using against me?
Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice. Having a drone with real-time feedback, like, that'd be so great. You'd mount a siege strategy as well. See, there's one problem with doing it that way. And that is, that makes this child an Imperial Fist. Meaning, as soon as you bring an Iron Warrior, they shit the bed. And it's all going to just end in Yowie. That sweet Peter Turbo Rogel Dawn Yowie. Yum, yum, yum. And the evidence has exposed your bold-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare.
Truth bomb? No! Ah! Mayday, mayday, I'm going down!
Oh dear.
Oh my, you're right. Evidence. Never have I seen such fearsome ordnance.
Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you?
Papa!
Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night.
It's not what you think. I didn't see anything. I swear.
You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Don't shoot me. What are you doing, man? Sarge, you need to answer my question.
shut your pie hole, maggot. It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like yours be around.
What's with him in Siberia, of all places? When if a scorching day is what it'll take, maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena. You think a therapy session might help? Well, it could alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice. Small indie company, by the way. That usually means the patient wants to say something but can't for some reason. And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic. Discorder. Hey Loven, welcome in. How you doing? How are we going today? Hope things are good for you. You got it. Your Honor, I believe I can be of help here.
Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sykes?
Yeah, it'll help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify. Then, by all means, please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be all right with you, Mr. Wright. Why not? It's not that we all haven't been through this before.
What are you butting in for, lady? There ain't a place on this battlefield for you.
Objection!
I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. And wait until you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm gonna blow a big old hole in the armor you built around your heart.
Ah! First evidence, now analytical psychology. Where are these WNDs coming from?
You getting drunk today? I'm not. I've just been stressed by work, but I'm chilling. You know, things aren't too bad. Wife's on her way home. I think she's got chocolate. Then tomorrow morning we're going to town, have a look at the Christmas market, get a couple of bits in. Then we got a social function in the evening for our work's doing. So that should be cool. I'm actually going out to socialise and touch grass for a bit. Why have I done this to myself?
You may have started this war, but I'm gonna end it. Corpse woman Sykes.
You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Brace yourself! Okay.
I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dots and Papa argue with each other. Dots got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead till the next day.
Ha, okay. Okay. So, kid is sad they stayed in their room. They got the big depresso anyway. There was a bit of rum left in the bottle. Ah, understood. Okay. The shock is actually... the shock is lesser than I thought it would be. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. So I'm looking for unexpected emotions and unnatural reactions, right? Right. Emotions and reactions that don't fit the content of his testimony. When you find one, make sure you point it out to me. Also, remember not to view his emotional reactions in isolation. Sometimes it's important to see how they change from one statement to the next. Alright, I'm going to try. I think I see what the issue is.
Got it!
Yeah. That's strange. Your reaction was shocked when you discovered your father's body. Yet you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Arabal. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful.
Enemy fire! Direct hit!
That is strange. Wonder what it could mean. Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why. Oh? Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arabal because... Hey, Hades, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good one. Which one is it? You're scared of Mr. Arabal? Probably not. Something else shocked you? Maybe. You already seen his body? The kid droned him! I know. Did something else shock you when you saw Mr. Arabal? Something even more shocking than your father's death? Like what exactly, Apollo? I don't know. Maybe a mouse or a cockroach? Ah, gross.
Foolish cannon fodder! Vermin are powerless in the face of my deadly arsenal. I'll pump them full of lead.
Sounds kind of messy, don't you think?
Ah, then I'll develop new weaponry. Maybe a flamethrower to the trick.
Barson! Sure, as long as you keep it for vermin use only. Guess it wasn't something like mice or cockroaches after all, huh? No, but it was worth a try, especially to see your reaction. Okay. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night, and that's when you saw it. Your father's body.
I saw no such thing!
Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see? Only vermin burn in flames.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Look, Apollo, we've lost some noise. So, just as I suspected, you really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw.
Oh, but... the moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one.
It was worth it just to see your reaction. That's your Justice-like ship right there. I mean, I think for me, it was definitely the Academy bondage. They bonded well in that trial. Literally. Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you'd already sensed he was a goner somehow.
Maybe.
Please, Sarge. What was it you saw on the night of your father's murder?
Oh. I saw. Whoa.
Uh-oh. What's happening? I don't like where this is going.
Yeah! No more! No more, please!
Ah! Help! Wait, he stole a widget!
I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment.
Widget! Apollo, I can't continue this session without him.
Calm yourself this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit to your therapy session. What in blazes? Look at me, I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal.
He stole the fucking gavel! Incredible!
Whoa, this has gone way too far. Bailiff, arrest that drone this instant. It's not resistant. Ah! If you don't go call it, I'll fire!
The battlefield is a great place for unexpected resources. Oh my god, what's going on? What?
Fires and missiles.
But I'm a little tired. So that's how courtroom number 4 blew up. Yeah. Oh, finally got him back. Why are we playing the censored version of the game? This is the only version of the game as far as I know. If there's any uncensored version, I don't know what it is. Nice work.
This witness is truly a handful. Oh, up, 2, 3, 4. Whoa.
Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state? Let's see, he's emotionally all over the map. Don't have mods? I am not aware of any mods, I'm afraid. Except for the one that, like, makes Phoenix and Edgeworth kiss on screen. I know about that mod. Wait, no, that's just the basic game. Alright, never mind. I don't know about the mods. So his out of control or emotions are in control of him, huh? Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause? Yeah, so let's see what we can find. Okay. Sarge, can you hear me?
Oh. Is that you, Corporal Sykes?
I'm here. Now, I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
In, out, in, out. Shake it all about. Do the hokey cokey. You turn around.
And now, let your emotions take you where they will. God, just let it all out.
All forces, attack!
That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Dats was still hanging around after he got kicked out. When I heard more fighting and I got worried about Papa. Okay. So I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. That's when he must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. Uh-huh. So just make sure I'm clear. I'm looking at these emotions here, right? Or am I looking for evidence? Am I looking for evidence, or can I even present here? No, I can't present. Okay. Looking for something to probe that would cause the emotions. A flame light up the room, maybe?
Got it!
Ah, it's the flames. Okay. That's it. Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you?
Was I?
Yeah, just 6 months ago. You and your mother were caught up in an arsonist blaze. So it's no wonder you'd be extremely scared of fire.
Yeah, that does make sense.
And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world.
What do you mean, Corpswoman Sykes?
Where was I 6 months ago? I don't remember. The 21st night of September. As an arsonist, I'm a suspect. Look. If things are flammable, that's their fault. They should be inflammable instead. Right? If they were inflammable, I couldn't burn them. But they're flammable, so I do. Alright? Alright? There we go. See, I've proven my innocence. In the outside world, you're bound to come across all sorts of fire. The rebel flagship wasn't supposed to be flammable. Well, that's on them, isn't it? They shouldn't have made it out of wood. But they did, so I burned it. Also, I was hoping that you were going to say I was hoping you were going to say flammable and inflammable mean the same thing, and I could do the Dr. Nick, but inflammable means flammable? Boy, what a country! It's a Simpsons bit. Okay. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them. It grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. Is it vulnerable to missiles and lasers? I mean, yes, but for me, my best strategy for dealing with the FTL flagship is literally set it on fire, which is very funny. It shouldn't work anywhere near as well as it does, but
Ah, I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine.
wow, the things I take for granted.
Now I see. I was afraid. Afraid of the fire. Strange. Didn't even realize it myself.
About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm. Maybe something will come to you.
Oh, Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was that relic. That relic Papa was studying. It was on fire.
Okay. The orb was on fire?
Still kind of fuzzy. But yeah, the orb was burning right in front of Papa.
Oh, so he figured it out.
And there, in the flames, was Mama? Yeah, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amid the dancing flames.
Oh, I understand. Okay. I think I see. So I think that this artifact allows people who don't have the spirit channeling gift to summon back the souls of the dead. Well, that's always a great idea, isn't it? Let's just summon up some spirits. Let's summon the dead back to us. What could go wrong? What could go wrong in a situation like that? I wonder. That's a terrifying image. It kind of reminds me of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. She's just like there with her garden of souls and then two electric eels that she has rigorous and frequent sex with. Let's give it to the politician. What could go wrong? Yeah, exactly. Okay. What's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. He might be confused with what really happened when his father died. So let me guess. More therapy? Yep. But this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. Okay. And I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand. I hope this inconsistency is the key. So proving that the relic really is the Founder's Orb. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at the evidence then, shall we? You don't like the techromancy trend that some people are getting into? Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, isn't it? Like, the whole thing about, like, oh, let's make AIs of dead people. It's like, no! Holy shit, that's dystopian. That is so fucked up. Like, why? Why would people do that? Why would they even think it's a good idea? So there's an inconsistency in the statements now. The doctor hid it in the ruins before his death. Yeah, it's the orb itself, because if it's in the ruins, how can the doctor have hidden it if he's died with it in his hands? Lunchtime's over. No worries, Zach. You take care. You have a good one, alright? And hopefully we will see you, well, whenever next time that you can hang out will be. I'm not streaming tomorrow, but I am streaming on Sunday this week because, well, like I said, I'm socialising tomorrow, so, yeah. Okay, let's try this.
Objection!
Yeah. Okay. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room.
What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice.
You gotta go, Loven? No worries. You take care. You have a good one, alright? May the goose go with you. Oh, we are a cult. Excuse me. You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So, what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb.
Ah!
So you see, he didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within.
So, even if I hadn't passed out.
That's right. The outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself.
Oh, I see.
Papa!
Bravo, Justice. Can you really say I bear no blame in this?
Why do you ask?
Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive.
Sarge,
Papa wished nothing than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out, away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot in the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true.
Sarge? Who's this? Oh, it's Athena. If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now?
My first step?
That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. You've got the touch. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step. You've got the power. Oh boy, I've started something. Oopsie doopsie. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp.
I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely.
Oh, okay. Huh? Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Apollo. We've got a girl in her gym jams. This is not where I thought this was going. Jump scare, she was a girl all along. That's why you use they, them. How do I voice them, though? Do I just go, like, full-on squeaky? I don't know. Deserving of pet and nothing else. I mean, they look like they're about, like, 12 years old. So, I mean, you know, maybe we go to the claw machine and we find them a nice plushie. A very thick Russian accent. Yeah, we could do that. We could do that. Sergeant Buff reporting for duty. What? I thought you were a guy. You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned. Well, my mama was in the Russian army. I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out too. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff, age 12. Hang on, what? I got the age right. Impressive. No way.
Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you away at the moment's notice. Oh, she's just too cute.
That face of Athena's is fucking horrifying. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge?
Negative. Only since I was injured in the fire.
Your voice sounds awfully different from before. Thank you, Judge, for calling me out.
My drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels. Now, Judge, I will move very slowly to your position and threaten you with big bomb. Kirov reporting.
Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was in the controls.
If it's all the same to you troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I've just remembered something, and it's as crisp and clear as a trumpeted roll call.
What did you remember? She's so adorable. She kind of... hang on. Is she Baby Saya? Oh, man. Sorry, bear with me just a second. I said something. I just need to double check something real quick. Give me a moment, guys. I'm just going to be right back, okay? Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Yes, I just heard some banging around, but it's just wife getting home from work, so, yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady papa who showed me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was the Holy Mother, the founder of Kurimism. She appeared right there, right in the burning orb.
Huh? What did you just say? Wait, hang on. Hold on. Hang on. That's incredibly cursed. He's like, finally, I have found a legendary Pokemon in a Pokeball. Ha 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 ha. Well, well. The Holy Mother of Kurimism was in the burning orb. What does that even mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb?
Take that!
Dr. Buff's research notes. What do they have to do with this? That's the Phoenix, you know, the one that's always on the back foot. Yeah, that's how we like to see him. Scared, witless, and twerking for Edgeworth. Always twerking for Edgeworth, just working that booty. That Phenooty. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Okay. Look at this. The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part points to both. The Phenussy. Yeah. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return.
Take that!
There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. And this song, in turn, is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Prayers as fervent as fire. Ah! You're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb's set on fire.
Wait, so the Doctor, he...
Yeah, Athena. He had solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb.
Oh my!
Papa was great archaeologist, so I believe in him, and I want to believe. I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving a riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves. Oh.
Yes, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa's searching for with my own eye.
Objection!
The plaintiff must object to this.
Objection!
The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet.
Objection!
You don't have the right to set a precious relic down.
Objection!
Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Army Fae, any ownership rights the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Ah! Did I just get objectioned in the noggin? I think I did. Whoops. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us.
Ugh. Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence.
Alright, here we go. Is it just me, or is the inside of that thing moving? Look! Apollo! The inside of the orb is melting! Ha! There's something in there. Ah. Phoenix is more intimidating when you don't see his thoughts and he's really bluffing. Dirk, isn't she?
Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the Founder herself. Face and all. I don't understand.
The greatest of taboos in Kurainism is the depiction of the Founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this orb. Well. You never know when he's bluffing. He's got a hell of a poker face. He really does. But then, you know, you look at him and Edgeworth and they're caught inside each other's pants. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. In each other's pants. Anyway. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Kurainism. And based on that, this must be none other than the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Be that as it may, Mr. Arabal still may have killed the Doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arabal. It happened after the Doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you've no proof that Mr. Arabal was still around at the time. Ugh. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Ugh. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground. Oh. No! Did Phoenix Wright just have a breakdown? Interesting. I won. I actually won.
Mr. Wright, would you care to respond?
Respond? I didn't think so. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? You're amazing, Apollo.
Don't just stand there, I do something.
Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole. Mr. Attition Wimpson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan?
Why, you contemptuous peasant.
I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. No. Oh, fuck off, man.
You can't do this. The crystal is mine. I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal.
I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do.
You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you?
What? He's a politician, lying's part of the job. I mean, yeah, that's very true. What's going on here?
Objection!
Your Honor, I object to the defence's last claim. What? I don't believe they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim this isn't the Founder's Orb? About that. Oh, of course. He just thought up some bullshit. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense's assertion is incomplete, and this is why. Their claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb is based on a legend, and that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right. And that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But, Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? I feel a giant throbbing erection. I'm going to beat you around the head with it, Phoenix. No. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff, it's all just mystic mumbo-jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but... Consequently, you can't rightfully claim this is the Founder's Orb. He's gone to sleep, the twat. What a wanker. How dare he? What's going into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then, too. It's so nice to not be on the receiving end of the judge's comments like that. Incredible. He's 35. He probably lost a lot of marbles. I wish I had as many marbles as I did when I was that young. Dun 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 dun. Oh, sorry, I got a bit distracted then. Well, anyway. Mr. Wright is sure acting funny. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb, but that last assertion was just plain crazy. It's either a bluff or a Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense.
Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although, he seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier.
Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna go check up on him. He's being blackmailed, like, very clearly. What's going on with you, Mr. Wright?
Hey, Private Justice!
Oh, Sarge.
I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened.
Oh, but why are you only telling me about it now?
Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was accident.
Oh, 1 second. I'm just going to ping you something on Discord real quick, Ara. I need you to see this. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Done.
But now that we know otherwise, I figured it might be important.
There's still more to this case?
When I leave room and lost consciousness, I pass out right here.
Yeah, it's definitely Saya. That's right above the coffee bar.
But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair.
What?
I was so scared I beat hasty retreat as fast as wheels can take me.
Do you know who it was?
No, it was pitch black. Plus, I fled to my room so fast I didn't even have chance to turn on lights.
Maybe it was your father.
No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd have known if it was him.
So then, it could have been your father's real killer?
My thoughts exactly.
But you didn't report this to the police.
It didn't even occur to me.
The voice acting. It's great, isn't it? It's absolutely top tier. It's okay. You're obviously still upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. Guess I should take her statement down as evidence. Okay. Oh, welcome back, Athena. What's with the long face? How'd it go, Mr. Wright? Or should I... Athena? Oh, sorry. Zoned out there for a sec. The recess is almost over, so let's go. Yeah, what was that all about? So Phoenix is definitely getting blackmailed by the politician. Like, remember our little chat, he says. Maybe he's got something on Maya. Oh.
Alright, court is once again back in session. Now, Mr. Wright, about that last objection you raised.
We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that according to legend, the Founder's Orb bestows spiritual power, yet the relic in question has failed to do so. Therefore, it's failed its own test.
I see.
He's sticking with that ridiculous argument. Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, it can't be awarded to the Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr. Buff.
Objection!
Interesting. What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. There are no grounds for asserting that the Defiant Dragons murdered the Doctor. Oh, but I'm afraid there are, Mr. Justice. Your Honour, I would like to present new testimony to this court. Testimony that will show that Dats Arabal did in fact kill Dr. Buff. Wow, that's horrible. What?
Very well. You may call your witness.
I guess Mr. Wright found another new angle. What new testimony could there be this late in the game? If this is politician, I'm going to be very upset. Oh, fuck off, man. I can't wait to send your smarmy ass down to the prison. And then you're going to get boxed by a guy who carries a panda around. He's just going to choo, 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 choo. He's going to box you.
Fellow citizens, it is I, politician, the once and future representative of the people.
Jeez, not him again. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. What a dick. My client divulged new information to me during the recess. He remembered something he saw, you see. Something crucial to this case. How very convenient. Okay. I hate this guy. He's such a cock.
It was around 11 at night. I was out on a mobile meet and greet around the village. That's when I saw Dr. Buff being murdered from outside his study window. Mr. Arabal snuck up from behind and struck him on the head. His weapon of choice, a suitcase. A big, strong man like him could easily swing a heavy suitcase into someone's head.
You got people signing up for his meet and greet? Nah, I've been to meet and greets before. You wouldn't get a dick like him there. No. No, meet and greets are actually a lot of fun. The first one I did I was really nervous about, but like the second one, no problem at all. No problem at all. You saw the murder as it happened, and you're just telling us now because...
I saved the best for last. It's a tactic known to all the political greats.
The murder weapon was a complete mystery, but my client's eyewitness account has finally brought it into the light. According to the autopsy report, Dr. Buff was struck in the head by the corner of some object. I suppose that could very well be the corner of a suitcase.
Objection!
But eyewitness testimony isn't the same as hard evidence. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that if I were you. What's that supposed to... Did Phoenix update the autopsy report? We have physical evidence too. A luminol test revealed. Oh. The doctor's blood on Mr. Arabal's suitcase. Really? But how does that prove Mr. Arabal used it as a weapon?
Objection!
Well, well, well. You should know the answer to that, Mr. Justice. Since you know as well as I that the suitcase is covered in his fingerprints.
Oh!
I forgot we dusted it right in front of Emma. The turnabout terror strikes again.
This is quite convincing testimony and evidence. Nevertheless, you may proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Justice.
Okay. Ooh! The music got spicy. Okay.
Hold it!
You were on a so-called mobile meet and greet at 11 at night. That's right. It's the perfect time because everyone's at home. You should have seen how the villagers' eyes teared up when they heard what I had to say. With tears of frustration, no doubt. You weren't riding around in your palanquin? That's right. Some village idiot reported me to the police. I've been banned from using it after dark. No wonder, what with all the noise he makes. So, what exactly did you see then? Okay.
Hold it!
He's definitely the killer. Like, he's so slimy, it's gotta be him. Sounds like you witnessed something rather shocking. Indeed, I didn't even believe it at first. I mean, a vicious murder in Karain. Hey Max, how you doing? Is he got a bit fast by claiming Arabal's the one using the suitcase as a murder weapon? I mean, if he's trying to incriminate him, then I suppose he makes a, not exactly a convincing case, but like a semi-sensible one. But I'll tell you what I think is the murder weapon. Right? I think it's this book. Because the thing is, if this book is a hardback, if the book is a hardback, you could absolutely kill a man with a hardback. Do you know how I know this? Because my test for if I want to read a book is feeling the weight of the book itself and thinking, could I kill a man with this? And if the answer is yes, I'll probably read it. If the answer is no, it's probably not for me. This is an actual test I do in real life, by the way. This is not hyperbole or me doing something for a bit. I actually weigh a book in my hand and like, could I kill someone with this? If yes, I'll probably read it. This is the thing I do. Don't ask me why. I don't understand either. I think it's probably because of the big omnibus version of Lord of the Rings I've got up in the loft. So, yes. Anyway, moving on. There haven't been many murders there, I take it. If I'm elected, I promise you that such a terrible tragedy will never happen again. A vote for me is a vote to banish murder forever from our beloved Korean village. Yeah, good luck with that.
Mr. Attition Williamson, please tell the court what you saw at the scene of the crime.
Hold it!
He snuck up from behind. So you're saying the doctor never even realised Mr. Arabal was there? That's right. He was utterly absorbed in a book. You think the victim fell from the ladder as he was struck by the book? I mean, that would be a hell of a throw. Like, so if he's falling and you hit him with the book, you have to throw that like a fucking ninja star at him. You have to throw it like a shuriken. That's impressive. That's a good shot. I see. What did you see Mr. Arabal do next? He climbed up the bookshelf ladder and dumped a bunch of books down on the body. I believe he was trying to make it look like an accident. But that idiot didn't realise I could see everything from outside the window. One of those statements doesn't feel right. Your Honour, I believe the witness made an important statement just now about how the doctor was reading a book. The doctor was reading a book at the time of the murder. That's vital testimony.
Very well. The witness will please add that statement to his testimony.
Throw a hardcover textbook at me? Ow! It bonked me on the noggin. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves absorbed in a book. Was he fuck? They were found on his desk. He couldn't read anything without these. I'm going to take these glasses and I'm going to shove them so far up this guy's ass that he's going to be seeing through. He's going to be seeing through his butthole.
Objection!
Yeah!
Get nailed, nerd. What's this? Hold on. Oh, well, in that case. You know what? Shout out to Pave Dreamer from Elia's Discord. Because I had to do some repair work on the banana in the car park at Premier and at Vexpo. And he rocked up around that time to come meet some of us. And he handed me something. I thought it was like I thought it was like some sort of mini repair kit. We've been talking about camping and stuff. And he said, "Oh well, I brought this, you know, well just in case." And I looked at it and I opened it and it's just the word "well" in a case, and it was just it was fucking hilarious. Like I was really annoyed about my banana being a bit busted, but he just like sent me with that. And was like, you know, I can't be cross. You've got me with that pun, but I can't be cross about it. Ah, it was fun. The doctor was standing in front of the bookshelves absorbed in a book, you say? I'm sorry, but it seems your testimony is completely unreliable.
That's quite a bold statement. Well, let's hear you back it up. I challenge you to prove that I am anything but 100% reliable.
It would be my pleasure. Lately, it seems the doctor's eyes have gotten so bad he needed reading glasses. However, his reading glasses were over on his desk. So you see, there's no way he could have been reading in front of the bookshelves. I'm sorry, Mr. Attition Wimpson, but I'm going to have to ask you to explain this discrepancy to the voting public. You what? You what?
I'll explain it, you lowly cur. I simply made a mistake, you see. The doctor was actually sitting at his desk when Mr. Arabal hit him over the head.
But then the doctor would have been facing him. Surely you would have seen him and tried to run?
Dr. Buff was nodding off. I could tell because his eyes were closed and he wasn't moving.
Sounds more like what you would do. Then how do you explain the fact that he was struck in the back of the head? Isn't that something that should be impossible from the front of the desk? Calling Apollo a cur speaks volumes about the man he is. What even is a cur? It's an archaic term for a dog. So it's like imagine it's analogous with a mongrel, basically. You calling bullshit on Paul? Definitely, definitely. Yeah, it's basically the equivalent of calling someone a mongrel. It's I think originally it was you're getting the Grand Dame. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the way that you would use it, it's basically a term to deride someone of low birth. And, you know, like you quite correctly say, Genevieve will deal with that quite nicely. But for liability purposes, it's gravity that does it.
He bowed his head when he nodded off. That's when he was clobbered.
So that's what you saw. Well, Mr. Justice, that sounds like a perfectly reasonable explanation to me. Do you have a problem with the proposal that the doctor was struck while nodding off?
Yeah. Big problem. For liability purposes, your French is in your culture. There is a problem. A very big problem. The witness's statement doesn't hold up under the slightest bit of scrutiny.
Is that so? Then will you please show this court what evidence you have to justify this?
Gladly, Your Honor. This shows the problem with the witness's claim that he saw the doctor nodding off. Going over me evidence. This shows the problem. Remember that Paul said he didn't enter? Yeah, because... I think it's going to be the plan then, isn't it? Let's try it. We save scum it, guys. We always save scum on this channel. That's just what we do. You get another textbook at me? Ow. It's the Edgeworth dance.
Take that!
Oh! A diagram of the study? Mr. Attition Wimpson allegedly viewed the murder from here. And the doctor was allegedly nodding off here. Oh, the bookshelf's in the way. But from his vantage point, the bookcase would have blocked the witness's line of sight. Why, yes, I believe you're right. But... Ah! Ah!
Objection!
The fact remains, my client knew that the suitcase was the murder weapon. So he definitely has first-hand knowledge of the crime scene. I think Phoenix is getting at something. I'm afraid I have to agree with you there, Mr. Wright. But then we have to ask ourselves, from what vantage point did he see the murder? What are you insinuating, Mr. Justice? From what vantage point could Mr. Attition Wimpson have seen the dozing doctor? They're teaming up, yeah. They're tag-teaming him. They're spit-roasting this politician. Phenomenal. Once we determine that, I believe we'll finally see the truth behind this incident. The witness saw the murder from right here. Oh, okay. So he would have had to have either been up there or down here. Now, if I put something down here, is it going to be, like, accurate enough? Because, no, I'm just going to save scum it. Fuck it, we save scum. That's what we do on my channel, we save scum, alright? I think it's down here.
Take that!
You gotta be kidding! But that's... It is indeed, but everything only makes sense if the witness was there in the study. Inside the study? But that's the scene of the crime. I know. Mr. Attition Wimpson, the man who claims to be a witness to the murder, was most certainly in that very room. Apollo, are you suggesting... Mr. Attition Wimpson. The area inside the study. Okay. Weren't you the one who actually swung that suitcase?
Objection!
You guys can't see this because my model doesn't really convey it, but I'm grooving. I'm like 2 steps away from doing the Carlton. That's my god, you two are perfectly in sync. That is incredible. That is fucking phenomenal job. Yes, perfect synchronicity. Incredible. You love to see it. What you're proposing is ludicrous. My client is a small, thin man, whereas Mr. Arabal has the musculature to pull it off. He has a point. I gave up trying to lift that thing after one go. That's right, he's the only one who could have lifted such a heavy object. Now do you understand? The rebel Darts Arabal is the Doctor's killer. As long as the suitcase is the murder weapon, the suspicion falls entirely on Darts. You'll have to poke a hole in Mr. Wright's argument somehow, Apollo. Oh, I will. And with his own technique, no less. If Mr. Attition Wimpson couldn't swing the suitcase around, we'll just have to consider another way he could have used it as a murder weapon instead. I'm going to turn this case on its head, Mr. Wright, just like you taught me. You talk big, Mr. Justice, but do you have what it takes? Are you a bad enough dude to rescue the president? Well, this should be interesting. Mr. Attition Wimpson's testimony has been filled with one inaccuracy after another. First he stated Dr. Buff was in front of the bookshelves. Now he claims the doctor was sitting at his desk. So where was the victim really when he was killed? Also, where was his killer? And how was the murder weapon really used? A suitcase can be emptied after all. A Rube Goldberg contraption, maybe. I don't think it's the suitcase, because the thing, Max, with the suitcase is that it was locked, and Dats had forgotten the key combination. I think he couldn't open it, so the suitcase can't be opened. So I think it's that book. I think it's that book with the bloodstain on the corner. And then he threw the book with the bloodstain on the corner, and then it struck the doctor, and he fell down. It was his doom. Archie, are you okay? Archie, okay? Are you okay? Archie, are you okay? Archie, are you okay? Jamal, okay, Archie. You've been struck by Paul Assishin. I'm sorry, things got a bit strange there. Yeah, I deserved that. I did that to myself as well. Okay.
So the important thing here is the position of the victim and killer relative to each other.
Yeah, Your Honor. If they were positioned in a certain way, it would be possible to use the suitcase as a weapon without lifting a finger. Oh, I get it. Okay. Hear me out. Let me pull this up a minute. So, let's say, right? No, the suitcase isn't a briefcase. What's happened? He's been up the ladder. He has actually been up the ladder. He has fallen off the ladder, but he's fallen onto the edge of the suitcase and hit his head on it. So basically, I think what's happened is Wimperson has positioned the suitcase and knocked him off the ladder, and he's fallen onto it. You can't mean... I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. It's quite distinctive, as you can see. Now, if Dr. Buff was sitting in a certain spot and his killer was at a certain other spot, I'm surprised it didn't get, like, dropped onto the Tarantino statue and impaled. The suitcase would become a weapon anyone could use.
Very well, Mr. Justice. Where was Dr. Buff's killer at the time of the crime?
Oh, boy. Okay. I feel like we're in for a rough moment. Hold on. Where was the killer during the crime? See, I think Buff is there. I think the killer's around here. Oh, man. Am I cooking this too much? Am I overcooking my stew? What's that? Oh, my God. The hell? Sorry, I just got stuck to my sock then. That was weird. Am I overcooking this, guys? Keep overthinking? I don't want to overthink. I don't want to overthink. You think I'm overcooking it? Okay. Let's have a look at the history again. If Dr. Buff was sitting in a certain spot and his killer was at a certain other spot. Oh, if he's underneath, if he's under here. So I've looked at I've gone the opposite way. I thought he's fallen onto the suitcase. But what if the suitcase was dropped onto him? Let me have a look at the layout of the study. Do we have any pictures of it? Basically what we're looking at now. If he sat at the coffee bar...
Take that!
How could the murder have been committed from there?
Yeah, I'd love to see a demonstration. Oh, so it's not the coffee bar. I thought I was onto something then. God damn it! I thought I'd cracked it. It's not the murderer you need to point. It's the murderer, not the victim. Oh, the killer. Right. I got my people the wrong way around. So he's up here then.
Take that!
There!
Oh, that's... This should wrap things up nice and pretty for you, Mr. Wright. I would ask the court to recall the study's layout. But this time, instead of thinking in 2 dimensions, let's think in 3. Got my wires crossed. I did. The headache is worth it. I don't know. There might be a beer in my future. Oh, hold on. Sorry, I had to fart then. Because it was not a murder? No, it was definitely a murder. It was 110% a murder. I think Attition is the killer. Yeah, he's dropped the suitcase onto him. The killer didn't have to swing the suitcase. If he used gravity to his advantage, that is. That's right. It was the plaintiff, one politician Wimpson, who used the suitcase. He pushed it from the second floor. Whee! And sent it hurtling down onto Dr. Buff, who was sitting at the coffee bar. The psychology book had been at the coffee bar, no doubt. The doctor must have set it down there after he finished reading it, or the like. But his blood got on it, which is why the killer thought to hide it in the mountain of books. Oh, I see! That's why it's blood and coffee. Right, okay, I get it.
Objection!
That's quite an entertaining theory you have there, Mr. Justice. But there's no evidence that the murder took place at the coffee bar. Haha, yes there fucking is. I'm not so sure about that, Mr. Wright. You're thinking he might have shoved it? He's definitely shoved it. Murder, the evidence does exist. The evidence does exist. And I'm going to show you. You are? This right here is proof that the murder took place at the coffee bar.
Take that!
This brown stain was determined to be coffee. What's more, it was still a bit damp when we saw it yesterday morning. Ah! One look at this book speaks volumes, I'm afraid, Mr. Wright. It tells us that the doctor was having a cup of coffee at the coffee bar. That's when the suitcase came hurtling down, striking him on the head. Causing both his blood and his coffee to spatter onto it. Well, Mr. Attition Wimpson?
What motive can I possibly have to kill Dr. Buff?
And there it is, that final excuse cornered killers are so fond of. Well, the doctor never returned your crystal to you, did he? Instead, he hid it in the cave ruins. Telling him that the defiant dragons were a dangerous bunch was a huge blunder. All it did was make him hide the orb. Your lie came back to bite you in the end. Even worse, the doctor saw the news report, so he knew the relic was the Founder's Orb. Being the conscientious researcher he was, he knew he had to return it to its rightful place. And that meant keeping it out of your hands. That looks about the right angle. Yeah, we got him. We nailed this bastard. You were so angry he refused to return the relic to you. That you killed him with your own hands. Isn't that right, Mr. Attition Wimpson? Oh dear.
That is...
Hold it!
Shut up, Phoenix. Apollo! Don't! Please don't accuse my client of murder. Huh? What do you mean, don't accuse him? Why would you even say that, Mr. Wright? What I meant was, he's a promising politician with a bright future ahead of him. Murderer, murderer, murderer. It's in our nation's best interest to avoid burdening him with the taint of scandal. I mean, that doesn't seem to be stopping many politicians these days, so, you know, I don't buy that argument, Feeney. Say what?
Right, you'd better do something to change the current courtroom climate, or I'll be charged with murder. And you know what will happen to her if that happens.
Ugh. What's he talking about? Well, I can ponder that later. For now, Mr. Wright, you can't possibly believe that Mr. Arabal is the killer. Are you really going to send an innocent man to prison? I thought you were better than that. Well, Mr. Wright, answer me. I've got an idea. Attrition is a look at Nancy Pelosi getting away with insider trade. Just look at the entire American establishment as it stands right now. It's just one scandal after another. It's just one long scandal after another. And it's just, we just look at it from across the pond and just think, well, that's not very good. And then we go back to our tea and our biscuits and everything's good for like 5 minutes. And then we cry because we ran out of tea and biscuits and everything's terrible again. But here's my theory. Attrition is a politician. Garan is a politician, right? The First Minister Inga. I think First Minister Inga has taken Maya hostage, right? And he is using Attrition to threaten Wright into getting the orb for him, or something like that. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think that looking at what's going on in America, like, right now with the current presidency, it's just like, what the hell? Like, I don't know what you guys are up to over there, but it's kind of wild. It's kind of insane. But, like, I don't think anyone is going to look back at this time in history and think, wow, there was definitely no one doing acid at the time. There is no cocaine involved. Working. If you can call it that. Sure. What in the world's going on here? What's Athena know? If you won't say anything, then... Mr. Attrition Wimpson, the defense hereby accuses you... Oh, what are you doing, Athena? Apollo, wait. Not you too, Athena. It's just, I wasn't sure whether I should say anything, but... During that last recess, I went to check on Mr. Wright. You gotta go, Hades. No worries, you take care, right? And hopefully we'll see you on Sunday for some Metroid Other M, yeah? I overheard something I shouldn't have. Oh? I trust Maya is unharmed. I can't really say, but just remember, if I'm arrested or fail to obtain the treasure, there will be consequences. Consequences of the worst kind, if you catch my drift. Ugh. Wait, was I right? Relax, all you have to do is ensure I get my hands on that relic. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs. His benefactor is definitely Inga. She got kidnapped again! Oh, for fuck's sake, Maya. Why would she do that? What do they want the relic for, anyway? It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret. Maya? As in Maya Fey? Yeah, the boss's legendary former assistant. Miss Fey's being held hostage? So it seems. Why didn't you tell me as soon as you heard this? Sorry, it's just Mr. Wright spotted me before I could slip away. And made me promise not to tell you. He said it'd make things more difficult if you found out. Ah, if things weren't already hard enough. So that's why Mr. Wright was acting so strange. He is acting kind of weird. Hang on. He might have your income tax thanks to tariffs, but tariffs are taxable on what you guys pay. Like, you guys pay the tariffs. They are... What? You guys pay the tariffs. No one else pays them. They're payable on the goods that you purchase. Like, you pay those. That's how a tariff works. So, it's not countries importing that pay them. It's you guys. Maya gets in some right situations. She does. It's kind of mad how this happens to her, like, multiple times. AI expenses. Oh, those fucking clankers. God dang it. Think justice. There's got to be something you can do. Tariffs and importing tax. It's like, you know when we pay duty on something coming into the country? Let's say we order a t-shirt from 86th, right? And then customs say, hey, you need to pay 20 quid on import fee. That's basically what a tariff is. It's not the seller who pays it, it's the purchaser. And the purchaser is basically the customer at the other end. So it's basically the same as the import duty. So, like, it's a tax, sure, but it's like it's a tax that the buyer pays. It's not a tax that the seller pays at all. It's kind of mad, actually. Like, I don't... This is one of those moments where the rest of the world is just kind of, like... Just like... Eh? Nande?
Mr. Justice, about that last statement of yours, I believe you were in the middle of accusing the plaintiff of murdering Dr. Buff. Would you care to continue?
I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm really, really sorry.
What's gotten into you two?
If I accuse that slime bag, I'll put Miss Faye's life in jeopardy.
It seems you finally caught on. I'm far too important to be accused of murder. After all, our nation's future rests squarely on my shoulders.
Ugh, either I give up or... Ugh.
Once I present the crystal to my patron, my victory is assured. Then one day I'll become president and then king.
Oh my god, this game is prophetic. When did this released in 2016, didn't it? So they predicted it. Oh, if I don't laugh, I'll cry.
I'll have every politician at my command. Now retract your accusation.
I can't koto to him, but the defense word, it would like to retract the previous
Objection! Tiger!
Did you hear that, Andy? Did you fucking hear that objection? That objection has to be rock solid. Yes. Yes. Dirk is voiced by Jameson Price. Phenomenal. Apollo. Dirk? I don't know what's going on here, but a lawyer should never look the way you do right now, with defeat and resignation written all over your face. 200% erect? Fuck yeah.
A dragon never yields.
I'm sorry. Well, you see. Well, you see. Please understand, guys, alright? Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get the truth. A dragon never yields. He's right. It's all over if I give up now. If Mr. Right's hands are tied, it's up to me to do what must be done. He's saved my neck so many times. Now, it's my turn to save his. Dirk, thanks for that wake-up call. Huh, now that's the face of a lawyer you've got there, son. Where there's a will, there's a way. We don't wanna go to war today, but the Lord of the Lash says nay, nay, nay. And, you know, so on and so forth. And I'm gonna find the will to save Miss Faye, and see that justice is served. Oh, okay. Here we go. That scumbag is holding Miss Faye hostage to ensure he gets the orb for his patron. And it seems said patron believes in the orb's legend. The thing is, the founder did appear when the orb was exposed to fire, just as the legend said. If the legend is true, we've already solved the riddle, right? Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. The founder bestowed... Oh, I understand. I think I get it, guys. I think I get it. Descending upon us in all her glory. In all her glory, she bestows the greatest power known. People see her face, and it's like, it's faith, isn't it? Faith is the greatest power, because people will do a lot of mad things for faith. You know, people will really, like, go to extreme lengths for matters of faith. So I think that's the greatest power. It's the knowledge. It's the founder herself. It's the propaganda and the belief behind her, isn't it? No, we haven't solved it yet. I think I have. The legend says the founder will bestow great spiritual power when she returns. No, it doesn't. It says she'll bestow the greatest power known. But if that's true, it means we haven't solved the whole riddle yet. But how could that be? Are we missing something? Maybe. Maybe the part about the founder returning should be taken literally. But how would it be possible for a dead person to return to the world of the living? Channeling? Okay. Oh! No, I get it! I get it! I get it! I get it! Because we have her face. We have her face and we have her true name. Okay. Of course, you'd have to know what the founder looks like first. But the orb has revealed her face to us, so what if it's a sign that we should channel her? Given the facts, in order to solve the riddle and receive the founder's power, I'd need a spirit medium. To practice channeling. Imagine. Apollo with them big old boobies. A medium is needed to obtain the power. You got the power! The ability of a medium to channel spirits is the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. That means Mr. Attention Wimpson's patron will need one too. And once that slimy politician realises that, he won't be able to lay a finger on Miss Faye. Ara, check over on YouTube chat. Do you see it? Oh dear. Oh dear. To be honest, I've already looked at numbers and like I don't see like it might basically you're taxing yourselves. Like you guys are paying more for goods. The whole thing about like tariffs will solve everything is insane because it's just like you guys are going to pay way higher taxes. You get the power. We're switching between like ragging on those very, very silly tariffs and Transformers songs. I've got to watch that film again soon. I've got to watch that film again sometime soon. Everything's going to be okay, Mr. Wright. Because Mr. Politician Wimpson can't afford to harm a hair on Miss Faye's head. Only temporary? Yeah, that's what they told us when, like, cost of gas and electric went up. And also, they told us, oh, it's going to be temporary when, you know, like, cost of insurance and all that went up. And it's like, no. As soon as they know they can get away with it, that's permanent. Have fun. It's never temporary. Nothing more permanent than a temporary measure. I tell you what, actually. The French have the right idea. Because there is nothing more permanent than what the French do to you when you implement a temporary measure. Because it involves Bessie and gravity. And Bessie hungers. She is very hungry all the time. I never thought I'd be saying the French are based. What the fuck? Ah, no. I'm going to have to jump off a bridge now. I can't live in a world where I think the French are based. God damn it. Huh? Mr. Attention Wimpson, it seems you've chosen the wrong person to take hostage. What do you mean? Your patron seeks to solve the orb's riddle, and thereby receive great spiritual power. However, only Maya Faye can truly give them what they really want. She can? What do you mean, only Maya Faye? Think about what the return of the founder really means. We should have considered it more literally. After all, the orb was made in the kingdom of Kurumi, the birthplace of spirit mediums. Ah, I think I see now. You need to know what the deceased looks like in order to channel them. And you need their true name. You appreciate that I recognise the French are good for something, well, except for food? I mean, the French are good to eat, you know. And when I say they're good for food, I don't mean they cook good food. I mean, like, they are edible. They are a source of protein. That got kind of unhinged, didn't it? Whoopsie-doopsie. But in Kureinism, depicting the face of the founder is taboo. However, her true face was hidden in the orb. You wouldn't trust a Brit to recognise good food anyway. I cook all the time. My most recent creation was Spanish stew with chicken, chorizo, king prawns, And then it was cooked in tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes with courgette and bell pepper. The main seasoning was paprika, smoked paprika. And then for herbs, it was, well, there was a chicken stock cube, bit of white wine vinegar, bit of Henderson's relish. And then I also mixed in rosemary and oregano. Chef kiss, 10 out of 10. Came out beautifully. I love to cook. I love to cook. Yeah, see, I think that you're falling victim to propaganda here, Alec. Because... Say chorizo again. Chorizo. I pronounce it as I've been told to by Spaniards. So, yeah. See, petrol prices coming down doesn't really account for the fact that everything else has shot up, and you're paying, like, what, 35% more on imported goods? Not people importing the goods are paying that. You guys are paying that. You know, it's like us with import duty. Like, paying more on import duty when the manufacturing sector doesn't actually manufacture enough to keep up with demand is kind of insane. I say kind of insane. It's balmy. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's almost as insane as the UK leaving the customs union, because that drove all our prices up, and they've never come down since. Not once. I don't think they ever will now. Brits conquered half the world for spices. Well, no. The thing is, Max, the Brits do not want to. The Brits don't want to conquer things to use them. We just want to have them. We take the spices because we like having them. We don't want to use them. We just want to have them.
We crave the ownership.
Woo! Okay. Maybe the orb is telling us to try and channel the founder. Exactly. Through a spirit medium, the founder can quite literally return. And if the legend is true, the founder just might bestow spiritual power on someone when she does. It's like when Pearls imbued my Magatam with spiritual power. Hang on. Oh my fucking god. Pearl is the founder. Oh! Insane. Dun 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 dun. It is said the founder possesses immense spiritual power. An entire spice cabinet full of spices? Yes, please. I always have need of spices. I go through a lot of them in my cooking. That's according to the Pearl's law. She does have the strength of gods in her.
Such a great feat would not necessarily be beyond her. Wait a second. The legend is true?
Do you understand now, Mr. Attition Wimperson? You are holding hostage the final key to unlocking the orb's secret. And if anything were to happen to her, the riddle would remain unsolved forever. Ah! He's been duped.
There's always Pearl Faye. I could simply ask her to help. If she wants money, I have plenty to offer.
She's not the kind of person to be tempted by material gain. And she certainly wouldn't help you if anything were to happen to her cousin. Or maybe you'd like to go ask the Queen of Kurumi to channel the founder for you. He could, but he'd probably get executed for requesting such a thing. It's over. Now confess, you killed Dr. Buff, didn't you?
It wasn't supposed to end this way.
Mr. Attition Wimperson, are you admitting to committing the crime?
You're my lawyer, I'd do something.
Release the files! It's true that I'm your lawyer, and as such, it's my job to defend you. Release the files! However, defending my client isn't the only duty a lawyer has. Release the files! There's something else that's equally as important. Release the files! And that is finding the truth.
What?
Mr. Attition Wimperson, you have sought to twist the truth in the dirtiest of ways. I was complicit in your hostage-taking. But in a way, I was being held hostage too. Yes, release the Wimperson files. Post haste. Ow. Oh, I banged my hand way too hard then. Ow. Even so, there's still hope for me to make things right. And I owe it all to you, Apollo. Mr. Wright. Ah. I can't allow a murderer to walk away scot-free. Therefore, Mr. Attition Wimperson, I must resign as your attorney.
No!
Does this mean...
I'm under arrest. Oh! Oh dear. His ass been arrested. Well? I've nothing to confess. What? I said I've nothing to confess. I don't and I won't, especially not to a plebeian like you. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Besides, there's no truth to these allegations. I mean, look at this suitcase. You won't find a single print of mine on it. All that means is you wiped them off, taking care only to leave Mr. Eyeballs. As many a great politician has said before me, no comment. In that case, try switching things up, Apollo. Look at the situation from a different angle. Is there really nothing that points to the suitcase being dropped from up above? Evidence that points to the suitcase being dropped from the second floor. If the killer pushed the suitcase from the second floor hallway over the coffee bar, with coffee on it, I'll place him right around here. Ah, maybe, just maybe. Thought something, Apollo. I believe this piece of evidence to be connected to the dropping of the suitcase. Ooh, okay. Okay. Army statement? I think it's Army statement.
Take that!
That appears to be a statement, but how is that related to this case? On the night of the murder, Your Honor, Miss Army Buff physically left her room. That's when she saw the doctor burning the orb and subsequently passed out, right above the coffee bar. But with her there in the wheelchair, the killer wouldn't have been able to drop the suitcase down onto the doctor. Good point. However, according to the Sarge, she woke up just as someone was trying to move her in her wheelchair. Ah! Someone was pushing my wheelchair. What? I was so scared I beat hasty retreat as fast as wheels could take me. She must have been in the killer's way and had to be moved. Isn't that right, Mr. Attition Wimpson? And if the killer had pushed the wheelchair with his bare hands, we may yet find the conclusive evidence we need. Exactly. Fortunately for us, that evidence slipped right through the killer's fingers. If only he'd been able to hold on to it just a little tighter. But now, he's neither able to discard nor alter it. Honestly, that piece of evidence wasn't even supposed to be here in this courtroom today. And yet, it looks like sometimes things do get better. But this wasn't supposed to happen. No? Well, too bad, because the evidence that sped away from you that night has come back to haunt you, right here at this very trial. Ah! Your Honor, the defense's final piece of evidence is on this person. It's this motherfucker! No. It's on Army's chair.
Take that!
That's... On the night of the murder, Sarge passed out, only to come to and find that someone was pushing her wheelchair. That's when she fled back into her room. She doesn't physically see a single soul after that. Not until Athena drew her out through that therapy session, that is. While the killer was able to wipe the prints on the suitcase off, the same can't be said for the prints that got away. My fellow Kuranians. He's going to join Sarkozy in jail. Yeah. Plap, 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 plap. Get Bolsonaro, get Bolsonaro. Plap, 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 plap. Well, Mr. Attition Wimpson, try to explain your way out of this one. The podium is all yours.
Politician, savior of Korean. I am not a crook. My political career can't end like this. I'm destined for great things. Something's wrong. This isn't real. It's a dream. No, a nightmare. Oh. Huh? What? Wait, really? Ah! Ah! Whoa, no way! Wait, what? No, please. Wait. Don't go. No. No, please. Whoa! Grandpa!
Beautiful. Mr. Attention Wimpson, you all right? Bailiff, get him to the first aid station on the double. Well, this was yet another unexpected turn of events. In light of everything that's been revealed, it seems the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb. And it seems Mr. Politician Wimpson can be considered a suspect in Dr. Buff's murder. Apollo, I want to thank you for everything. Thanks to you, I didn't have to keep bending the truth. I don't know what I would have done without you. Haha, don't mention it.
Oh, you're amazing today, Apollo.
Well, I couldn't have done it without Dirk. He's gonna say it.
A dragon never yields.
Oh! Look, I can't help it if his voice is incredibly sexy, alright? I can't help that, alright? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. He's got a voice that could moisten a woman from 10,000 miles away. And that's how Dirk lost his driver's license. Oh, man. Even when wounded, a dragon bites down hard and never lets go till its dying breath. It glares, it roars, and it latches its jaws firmly onto its prey till the bitter end. That's what lawyers do to get to the truth. A dragon never yields. Every lawyer should take that to heart. As it seems both sides have no further objections, would Dirk Sadmani please take the stand? Excuse me. This court awards the orb to the Defiant Dragons per the stated transfer agreement. Okay. We won our first civil case, guys. Should the Kingdom of Korean claim ownership, the matter may have to be deliberated in court all over again. I just hope, or shall I say pray, that I'm not the judge presiding over that one. Indeed, a trial like that might spark an international incident. Still, there are bigger and more momentous things to stir in the air. The revolution. Dirk's really serious about this. This court is adjourned. Donk. Good stuff. Okay. Nice work, son. We've finally broken through the last obstacle on the road to revolution. Revolution? It just doesn't seem real. Yes, well, to think you actually defeated the Fighting Phoenix. All I can say is, that's my boy. Ha 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 ha. Well, Mr. Wright did have his hands tied. Who knows if I'd have won if he'd been able to fight me head on. I seem more like he's safe, Mr. Wright. Hey there, G-Men, how you doing? Welcome in. We won the trial! Yippee! Saved it. Yeah, remember what he said? He didn't have to bend the truth anymore. It was all thanks to you. I don't know about that. Still, I guess it is kind of nice to be appreciated. Mr. Dirk. Now that the Holy Mother's face has been revealed, are you going to have a spirit medium try channeling her? I, for one, would love to see a return of the legendary founder. Yeah, just think about it. Being able to speak to someone right out of the history books. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. What? Why? A face isn't enough. You also need the true name of the one you're attempting to channel. And that's something that Maya got in the right case, isn't it? Oh, right. Poe mentioned something like that. And the founder's true name is only known to the priestess who's been crowned queen. In short, the only living person who knows it is the current queen of Kurain, Garan. The name is Ami Faye. That would be hilarious. Oh, so without her help, we won't be seeing the founder anytime soon. That's no fun. So, Dirk, what will you do now? First, I'll start by tracing the route by which the orb came into Dr. Boss' hands. Oh, phew me. Got tired all of a sudden. Since we know now it was politician that asked the doctor to study it, isn't he the one who stole it? No, a political nobody like him couldn't get anywhere near the orb, let alone steal it. He must have had inside help. My money is on someone connected to the royal family. Oh, right, you said something to that effect back in the cave. Whoever it may be, we need to expose their dirty scheme to the light of day. Oh, man, my water bottle stinks. I think I have to wash this out. Oh, man, I've been drinking that shit. Ugh. Well, I'm sure Mr. Wright has plenty of information, courtesy of his dirty client. He might be able to shed some light on this.
Private Justice!
Oh, it's the helicopter this time.
That was fine work you did at the trial today. You did your sergeant proud.
Back at you, Sarge. It took real courage to leave your room like that.
It's all thanks to you and Corpswoman Sykes. With my siege defense over, I can finally sally forth.
But the battle's only just begun. One for me, and me alone to fight.
To lose your mother and then your father. What a terrible thing to endure.
Yeah, and being wheelchair bound doesn't help.
Private Justice.
Wrong voice.
Private Justice. I've been thinking. It's about time I stood on my own 2 feet. After all, I no longer have Papa to cuddle me.
Huh? I'm afraid I don't follow.
Take a good look, soldier. This is one small step for man, and one giant leap for me.
She's gonna get out of the chair.
Hold my drone for me, would you, Private Justice?
Yeah, yes, sir. What is she up to? Hey! Whoa. She's standing. What's this? Sarge, you mean your legs there?
The doctor told me I was ready to walk again months ago. But if I admitted I could walk, I knew I'd have to leave the house. So I faked it. Makes sense, but I kept pretending I couldn't walk. But I know Papa is watching over me now, and I'd hate to disappoint him. So from this day forth, I'm going to march forward on my own 2 feet.
What a brave kid, trying to move forward like this. It must be so hard this soon after her father's death. Don't you ever stop. You just keep on walking, comrade. Stay brave, because there will be days when you'll want to stop. But I have faith you'll find a way to muster the strength to push through them. Yeah, you could do it.
Hey, Daddy's back.
Mr. Wright, what's that look on his face for? Oh, Apollo. Is everything alright with Miss Faye? She's safe, for now.
Well then, we better go save her, quick. Where is she anyway?
I'm afraid I have some bad news. Huh? Maya's not here in the States. She's still in Kurain. And she's still being held hostage by the mastermind behind this whole thing. Gotta go eat, no worries. We'll be wrapping up in a couple of minutes anyway, I think. The mastermind? That's right. Politician Wimpson was nothing more than a pawn. Maya's true abductor is in the kingdom of Kurain. What? don't understand, Mr. Wright. What's going on over there? Oh, is this the to be continued? But as shocking as that news was, it was only the beginning. The beginning of something big. Big enough to shake Kure into its very core. Revolution. I was being swept up in a mighty wave that nothing could stop. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what the days ahead had in store for us. The courtroom looks nothing like a US courtroom. It's supposed to be a hybrid of the American and Japanese courts. I mean, to be fair, most courtrooms look very different to how you'd imagine them anyway. I mean, I've been in court a few times myself with work. And they always look a bit different to how you expect them to. Judges' offices as well look kind of weird. You know, in a good way. But, yeah, they're not anything at all like I expected them to. Not anything at all like I expected them to. To be continued. There it is. There it is. Woo! Right. Okay. Let's pull over here then. Yeah, because it's wife's home. Want to go spend a bit of time with her. We got a nice romantic day tomorrow anyway, so that's gonna be sweet. So let me just load this up a moment. Yeah, I've been posting more shorts again. I'm trying to get my TikTok on the go again, which should be, well, interesting. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll see. We'll see. All the US courtrooms have the same basic setup. I mean, all the courtrooms in Japanifornia have the same basic setup, so all I know is that that's what it's based on. That's why they call it Japanifornia, because it's that kind of hybrid of the two that kind of makes a bit of a mix take of both of them. So far, the British courts haven't been targeted. I feel as though the Great Ace Attorney might change that, but we will see. But yes, tomorrow, remember, no stream. We're streaming on Sunday. We're playing Metroid Other M. So I will hopefully see some of you guys there for that. The rest of next week, I haven't started planning my streams out yet, except I'm doing Prime 4 on Wednesday, so I'm going to move Fatal Frame to the Thursday slot for a little bit. And then Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to try and work those out. Someone said I should do Scrandle, and I'll be honest, I'm thinking of doing Scrandle. It looks very cursed. It could be a lot of fun. Anyhow, thank you for all the hangs tonight, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Make sure that you take lots of care and have a good one, alright? If I don't see you on Sunday, look after yourselves, and I will hopefully see you next time, alright? Like your Frontier, at some point, maybe. I don't think I'm streaming that this week. I'm going to give that a little bit of a rest, but only because I want to do some, I want to vary my schedule a little bit. So, I'm going to have a look and see what I fancy the look of. But yeah, Light Year Frontier is definitely on the cards at some point, alright? I ain't forgetting about it. It's just maybe the week after. I'm going to see how I feel. But in the meantime, see you guys soon, and have a good one, alright? Till then.